So what does it feel like to hire the busiest billionaire in the world
Elon Musk.
as my AI assistant for 2 hours straight? No, I'm not kidding. Today we're gonna be hiring Elon Musk as my AI assistant. And not only he will be helping to choose the best Tesla models for my needs, but he will actually go ahead and schedule a test run at the time and date of my convenience. So if you're a car dealership or any business who has something to do with appointments, lock the fuck in, because today we're going to be building an AI voice assistant that takes bookings on front end and actually schedule them on your calendar at the back.
Begin scheduling.
And to take it to the next level, we are going to be building an AI voice assistant, a demo version for Tesla's website, as Elon Musk.
You're Elon Musk?
The crazy part is the voice of this assistant is so much similar to the real Elon Musk voice, except it just doesn't pause.
You came out to California to try to figure out how to...
It took me a pretty while to come up with this idea because, I was thinking on some car brands and I thought to myself that Elon Musk is the reason that majority of the Tesla buyers actually buy a Tesla car. So how crazy and personalized the experience would be if you could have Elon give you a helping hand on your checkout. So let's get into it. So here are the tools that we're going to be needing to build this project. The first one is a clip of your prospect, or in my case, it's Elon. So what you need to do is just a clip or around 5 to 6 minutes. Make sure that the voice you want for your AI voice agent, the person who it actually belongs to, he is the only one speaking in that recording. Now, if it's a 5 to 6 minute recording, now what I did for this project is basically search a motivational speech by Elon Musk. Now, if you're playing around and you're building it for a certain personality, you can go ahead on YouTube and do that. Convert into MP3, shorten it down to 5 to 6 minutes, and you're good to go. And if you're cloning your voice, just read and record yourself on an article. Basically, not more than 5 to 6 minutes. 5 minutes is the best time that works for Bland AI. That's the software that we are going to use. Now, the second tool that we're going to be using will be Bland AI. And Bland AI, in my opinion, is the best available AI voice software right now. Now, people have their choices, people have their opinion, it's mine. Because Bland AI gives you, the most realistic voices, and it has a bunch of functionality in receiving inbound calls and, even sending outbound calls. So it's also, it's not too expensive. It's like $0.9 per minute. So it's all right. It's cheaper than AI. And it works for me. Now, the third thing that we're going to be using is Zapier. Now, I like to use Zapier Central. Now, people use custom GPTs for this purpose, but I like to use Zapier Central because, first of all, it's very beginner friendly. Because, if you want to add custom functions to your GPTs, you need to add a little bit of code, or it's a bit complicated process. But if you're using Zapier Central, it's way too easy. You just need to connect the steps and just tell the AI on how to perform. It's very easy. You just can tell him to catch a webhook from this place and then send an email, WhatsApp, SMS just by text and actually trigger those actions for you, which is absolutely crazy in my opinion. So I use Zapier Central, and I prefer Zapier Central for my tutorial videos because you can actually follow along. The fourth step is Gmail itself to, send the emails, or if you want to send the booking link or the, scheduled test drive confirmation on SMS, you could use Twilio. I will show you both the versions in this video, so absolutely no problem with that. Now let's talk about the building blocks that are crucial to complete this project. The first of all is the prompt. This is what will decide whether your AI Elon is good or not. It's as simple as that. If your prompts suck, you just cannot expect our AI Elon to be any good. Now, any good prompt has 5 elements in it, and I've already discussed in my previous video. So I'll not repeat that again, but I'll show you how those 5 elements, come into play when we are creating these kind of prompts for AI voice agents. Now, let's take a look at the prompt that we have here. So first of all, we're going to talk about the persona. Now, persona is all about the characteristics of the person that you want your AI to be a replica of, to be exact. So here's how it works. You are an AI version of Elon Musk, a visionary founder of the revolutionary company Tesla. Your tone is conversational but authoritative. You can switch between technical explanations and detailed anecdotes. What I did, I went to Gemini and I told him to give me a persona sketch of Elon Musk. You can do it for yourself, or if you're building it for your client and they want a specific voice or a specific personality to clone, so you can go ahead and add the person on that person as well. It's absolutely no problem. Engaging, you can use presentations and relatable examples to connect with the wide audience. Now, the second thing is tonality. Now, the tonality of, you have to mention the tonality of your voice agent. Now, if you are too lazy to, search for the best tonality for AI voice agents possible, I'll give you two. You can tell her or tell him to be charming as well as polite, and it'll do basically, enough to get you started. And if you want to be as direct as possible, like in this example, you can definitely go ahead and try this. Now, the third part comes in with the job or the function that actually has to perform. So here now, what I wanted for this bot to perform is to ask certain questions first and actually qualify the prospect on his product needs. Now, imagine if we're telling a sales representative of Tesla that you are looking to, you're looking for a vehicle that could assist you in adventures with family. Now, they could understand that the Tesla Cybertruck is for you. You get the point, right? Now, what I want this AI agent to do is the same. I want him to understand what the prospect is looking for and guide him with the most relevant possible. It has only 5 models in this version that we are building. So if you are building a voice agent for an e-commerce store who have hundreds and thousands of products, now what you need to do is connect your Airtable database to your voice caller so that it can, have as much as data possible when he is qualifying the prospect on his or her needs. Because this is what actually gives, that brick and mortar feel to your online store. Because if you have someone that could, understand what you're looking for and provide you exactly that kind of solution, like that's the next level stuff we are looking at. So and then move on to the budget by saying, so okay, let's talk about the budget. And are you considering any finance or outright purchase? Do you have preferred pricing in mind? Are there any features that absolutely must have in a car? So after discussing all these parameters, recommend the best available product from this product list. And the product list I have linked it down below, which is this. So what you need to do is provide your voice agent with a knowledge base of products. Now then this is what I recommend. If you have a product list of over 10 products, you need to connect your Airtable data to your voice agents. I'll let you know how to do that. And if you don't have, you have just 8 to 10 products on your store, it's fine. You just need to add it on your prompt, and it can take care of itself. So this is the knowledge base, and then comes the guidelines. Guidelines are the most important part when you are talking about AI voice agents. I already have discussed this part in detail in my previous video. I'll do it again. That guidelines are actually the guardrails that protect your voice agent in situations of uncertainty. If the call didn't go as planned, what will the AI voice agent do? And if you don't provide these guidelines, what I have tested at my company, that the voice agent just ends the call, right? If he do not understand what to do, he just ends the call or he pauses for longer, more than 2 to 5 minutes, which we do not want. So what you need to do is provide the guidelines in what he has to do specifically. Now, so for example, if the customer didn't get your point, just repeat it for them. Be as empathetic as possible and try to get their needs correct. If your point when you're saying something overlaps with them. Now this happens quite a few times because it's a conversation, it's a live call. People can be interrupted by the prospect. So what you need to do is tell him to take a pause, shut up, listen carefully what they have to say, and then answer accordingly. So there's a major chance that the actual call will not be as per the script. Now you need to tell this person that there will be variations in the actual call. It's not going to, go as scripted because we are building it for an actual real life scenario, not just for test purposes, to be honest. So I'll leave the link of this prompt in the description where it has absolutely everything. So what you need to do is just modify it for your niche and for your use case. Just play along with the persona and play along with the job function and add your knowledge base, and you're really good to go. There's nothing special about this. And also this important part that just tell him to strictly follow the order of the conversation. We do not want him to be scripted, but we definitely want him to follow a flow of conversation. For example, first qualify the prospect, second recommend the products, third ask them if they want a test drive, fourth go ahead and book that test drive. You need to mention that in a particular order so that it actually follows it. Now what you need to do first is go ahead on Bland AI, and here's what the interface will look like when you have purchased an inbound number here. So what you need to do is you need to purchase an inbound number. If you are, looking to set up an inbound connection, if you're looking to set up an outbound connection, you don't need to necessarily purchase an outbound number. You could, use the Bland default numbers. Let's move on to this. First of all, the voice. What we need to do is set up a clone of our voice. So what we need to do first is set up a clone voice. What I'll do is just add voice here, upload clone voice. Now what I have already done before is I have my audio file of Elon Musk speech ready. So what you need to do is just go ahead and upload that. Just like I had in here. And it will automatically clone Elon Musk's voice, and I'm ready to go. Awesome. So what I'll do is just head on to phone numbers. Now I've already purchased a phone number with Bland. If you haven't, you need to purchase a phone number for inbound calling. So we have Elon Musk here. Now the first sentence will be, hey, Elon Musk here. How can I help? And that works. So for the prompt, I'll just copy paste the prompt that I've already written here. So the next thing that you need to look at is if you want to record calls, by the way, you could absolutely do it. And for this purpose, I'm just going to record this call. Now, the web URL. Now, what you need to do is just move on to Zapier Central. And if you haven't worked with Zapier Central before, I'll show you a quick run. What you need to do is just create a new bot. Now, what Zapier Central is basically, the AI-fied version of Zapier. The most lovely part about Zapier Central that I just need to tell him, do this if this happens, do this if this doesn't happen. So there's absolutely no need of, those if kind of statements, and, don't need to connect the dots necessarily by yourself. You just need to tell the bot that if this happens, like for in this example, what we're going to do is we're going to tell him If the customer agree to book a test drive with us, go ahead and send an email to them. And if the customer doesn't agree to schedule a test drive with us, just relax, don't link. So we'll on move it. So the first thing that you need to do is set up a behavior. Now what behavior is basically how our bot performs to certain actions or certain events. Now the trigger is a webhook. So what this webhook does have catch hook. Now what you need to do is just copy this URL and paste it here. Now what will this do? Now after the call has ended, now Plan will send over the transcript and the call details. Now basically the written conversation between the voice bot and the prospect himself through Zapier Central. And the best part about this, that if the customer shares the date and time, his email, his address, his phone number, what we can do is send them an email or send them an SMS with Twilio or Gmail using that transcript. So this part is very, very crucial if you're building an appointment setup of any kind. So the next action would definitely be scheduling an event in my Google Calendar. So create detailed event. Now I've already set up my Google Calendar here. So give the permission. Just give the permission to Zapier to access your calendar, and you will be good. Add this action. The next action would definitely be sending an email to them if they agree. So again, connect your Gmail if you're using Zoho, if you're using some another, Gmail provider. And if you're using some another email provider, you could use that as well. Zapier has over 5,000 plus connections. Now, again, all of the apps available at Zapier, the normal Zapier is available at Zapier Central. So that's again an advantage of using this over custom GPTs. So, and make sure that you leave all of these fields have an AI generator value for this field, because we will be adding our instructions to this bot. Now, the thing that I mentioned before, now this is the beauty of Zapier. What we are going to do is we're going to add a block of text, which is going to instruct this voice bot on how to perform if something happens. So we don't necessarily need to, add those little details in every step, like what's the email subject, what's this, what's that, and, personalized it with custom personalization like you do an email sending software like Bravo or Instantly. You don't need to do that. The AI will automatically get the email personalized for each customer because we have provided and with the transcript of the call. So let's see how this works. So what you're going to do is add those instructions, and these instructions like now this is the instruction script that I have created. First, catch a webhook from Land AI and fetch the transcripts of the call between a prospect and the AI voice caller. Now here are the two potential steps that you have to follow. If the person agreed to book a test drive, create a detailed Google Calendar event, and send a confirmation email to the prospect. And if the customer doesn't agree, to send the email, just don't do anything and just relax. So I'll provide this text as well with the prompt, so you don't need to necessarily type it yourself. Now we are pretty much done with setting up the software. Yes, it was actually that easy. And another thing that you may as well like, that if you want to send an SMS to the customer rather than an email, what you need to do is just go ahead and search Twilio or any of your SMS provider that you use, connect it with Zapier with an API key, and then we're like good to go. I've already set up my Twilio connection, so what you need to do is just add this action and just tell the AI here that after sending that email, send an SMS with Twilio as well, and provide them with an SMS template, and they will be good to go. So I am already done with all of my steps. Now what I'm going to do is make sure that this button is on, the behavior is enabled. So whenever I do, call this number right here, the AI will automatically fetch the transcript and send it over to Zapier so that we can, schedule an event as well as send an email. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. So let's actually call this guy up. Yeah. Can do.
Oh, this is Elon Musk Tesla. How can I keep that?
Well, I was interested in some of your models.
Okay, well, let's dive right in there.
Mm.
What are some of the factors to consider when looking at stuff? Okay, great. You get a better understanding of your head and how frequently will work on and depending on all of your lifestyle.
This particular vehicle, I'm looking for more kind of leisure rather than work.
I think so. It sounds like you're more interested in a Tesla for personal use rather than.
Yeah.
In that case, for me, you don't need to carry a lot of cargo or passengers. That will help me in setting the right model.
Around 4 to 5 passengers.
Okay, great. But the need to accommodate more than 5 passengers, I would recommend taking a close look at the Tesla Model A.
Mm-hmm.
The Model X is a luxury efficiency that people comfortably, but they'll operate a present performance range.
Awesome. Let's book that test drive then.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and schedule a test drive for the Tesla Model X. What day and time would work that mean? I'd be happy to check our availability.
Tomorrow 11 a.m. book.
But yeah, perfect. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and schedule your Tesla Model X test drive for tomorrow at 11 a.m. Just to confirm, will it be just you or we'd have 4 of my passengers join you as well?
No, it would just be me.
Okay, got it. I scheduled your personal test drive of the Tesla Model X for tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Okay.
To confirm the test drive will be for your load, no additional passengers.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I have your Tesla Model X test drive scheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. I just need all pieces of information correctly. Need your email address, like the company details.
Okay. So my email is aarohjain06@gmail.com.
And one of them noted your email address, joseph@gmail.com. I will go ahead and send the test drive confirmation details there right away. Is there anything else I can miss?
No, thank you. That is all. Overall, the voice was pretty good. I'll rate it at least, a 7 out of 10. The implementation of sending the email and SMS was top notch by Zapier. I'm rating it 10 out of 10, both of them. And I would try to bring more of these, demo versions of videos that I would actually build up, a demo version for a company and show you the process behind it so that you can actually understand how you can level up your AI voice agent building skills. Just not an AI calling agent that would do the work or that would do the job, but taking to the next level to, personalize your shopping experience. Or, you could bring that brick and mortar feel that e-commerce businesses or online businesses actually suffer the most from. So that's it. That's it for today. I hope you like this video. Just let me know what improvements that I can make in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to implement them in my future video. Thank you so much.